Hello, I'm here with my roommate Harsh. What's your name?
Hey guys, my name is Harshavardhan J. Chandran, but I go by Harsh.
And how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Colin. How about you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just interviewing my roommate Harsh. Where are you from?
So I'm originally from India, specifically Chennai, which is the southmost part of India. But I'm been in Phoenix for the past 7 years, and now I'm at University of Arizona for my freshman year.
That's cool, that's cool. And what's your first language?
My first language was Tamil, a prominent South Indian language. Yeah, so I moved to the States, and Tamil is my language at home.
How fluent would you say you are in Tamil?
I'm pretty fluent in Tamil. I speak Tamil with my family exclusively. We try to keep it. You know, we're originally from India, so you got to keep those roots together. You know what
Nice, 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 nice. What were your first memories with English as a language?
So I did learn English before I came here. I've lived in India for 6 years. I went to a school which taught English, like the very beginnings of English. I joined first grade here when I first came here. First grade was like challenging in terms of just being fluent, talking to people because I genuinely didn't know how to put phrases together. It was kind of just those, yeah, I need to go to the bathroom, just asking for water, things like basic things like that. So, but it definitely did, was pretty hard at the very start, trying to get to talk to people and make friends.
What impact did your gain to fluency in English have on your experiences in India?
All right, so India is usually like a summer trip for me. Going every 2 years, somewhat like that. When I started to get more fluent in English, you know, I started when I went to India. I noticed that when people would ask me something or just talk to me, my first instinct would be to like to answer in English. Because I'd be speaking English at school. It turned into like my everyday language, right? So I had that. I definitely noticed that my first thought was to speak English other than my own language there.
Did learning English impact your ability to communicate when you're in India?
Not really. I was always, pretty good at speaking my language. Speaking it at home, I was pretty fluent. Uh, but in terms of like writing and things like that, I completely had like no idea what to do on there, so I couldn't read or write. But talking, having that, conversations, I could hold pretty good conversations. But when it comes to like local, connotations or just slang, it was hard. But I can speak like basic, like Tamil. So I was pretty good at conversing.
Yeah. Does your family have any opinions about you being over here or learning English at all?
Not really, I moved here because of my dad's job, so it was more of just like a move for the better. And my parents are still, working, and I am now in college, so it just seems like the move to, stay here. Because right now, like, in my opinion, it's better to, be settled here than it is in India. You know, all my family is there, but at the same time, I feel like I really, my future is here because I've been here like majority of my life. Yeah.
And with there being so many languages in India, uh, did that impact communication at all when you were growing up?
Not really, I stayed in one area of India my whole life, so it was just the same, like, people spoke the same language. So I had, like, pretty good understanding, and I never encountered anyone who spoke, like, another language on my time there.
Yeah.
But I definitely did meet a lot of, like, other Indian people here who spoke different languages, like Hindi and, like, other favorite, like, that's probably the most prominent, I would say, in India as a whole. It's like, I never really had, like, any time, because we were talking English. So I never really had to learn those languages.
Yeah.
But I would say it's pretty interesting to see, like just the variety we have over there.
Have you had any big like challenges at all,
Like with the language.
with learning any language you've had?
Oh, not really. I've been taking like French and other like languages. I took Hindi for a while. The most challenging part of it was just like keeping it fluent and just practicing it. Would say that's like, the best way to learn a language, and that's how I learned English. I really didn't have a chance to like do that with those languages because I wasn't like conversing with anyone as frequently. So yeah, my two like top most languages are Tamil and English because that's what I speak. That's what I like practice every day.
I remember you told me before about like uh, you were trying to get ice cream or something, and they treated you differently because you were
Yeah.
from America
So
or
like
something like that.
when like
Something like that.
when I go to India or something, you know, like I act differently than most people there, you know, because I'm from America, you know, I have a certain like it's different here than it is over there. So I'll act a certain way, and people notice that definitely. And there's like people will take advantage of that because in their perspective, you live in America, you're rich, you know, you've made it.
Yeah.
So their perspective is, you know, you have a lot of money. Why not just make a lot more from you? You know what I'm saying? So they just charge extra, or they like try to do something to get more money out of it because they at the end of the day they're making a living. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense that they're going for the most privileged people because I am privileged to stay here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not many people get the chance to go like come to America and live life like I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know it's like I didn't mean any disrespect, but yeah, I do get treated like a little differently. I would say in certain places, but overall, I would say India is a good, nice place. It's just some people they're like a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How does it make you wait? Do they like think of you not as Indian or
Not
like,
really, cause
or
not really, cause me specifically, since I speak both languages, it's a lot easier for me to like converse and just blend in over there. I would say like a great example of my sister. My sister, she was 3 when she moved here, so like she didn't really know a lot of Tamil or a lot of English. So she grew up in a very like major English environment. You know what I'm saying? Like going to school, talking with friends. So her ability to speak Tamil is kind of limited. She can only speak so much. So people like they definitely like my family itself. They notice a lot difference between me and my sister. Like I'm a lot more fluent, I'm a lot easier to talk to. Her, they're gonna have to like she understands it, but at the same time she doesn't. She only knows so much. So it's a lot. They find it a lot harder to like communicate with her than it is me.
Yeah. How did it make you feel when that dude tried to charge you for?
I
charge you
mean,
more?
I mean, like I dealt with it. I'm saying, like we like since my dad, he grew up there, and like we were with family. I guess like they were like you're getting scammed. You know what I'm saying? So we dealt with it, but at the same time, like I get it. You know what I'm saying? I know it's bad, but at the same time, I get it. They're pretty much, I would say, a majority of India is poor due to overpopulation. They're just trying to make a living.
Yeah.
We're privileged enough to have this lifestyle, but not many people do. So I get the fact what they're trying to do, but at the same time, you know what it is what it is. It happens anywhere. It could happen anywhere. You just have to deal with it.
Did it piss you off?
Not really. I didn't have to pay, so it was all good.
Your parents paid?
Yeah, it was just a situation. You know what I'm saying?
They paid the full price.
That's what I'm saying.
They paid
they were like they
that's
talked
not
to
the
them. This
price.
thing you can bargain in India. It's whatever price. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Thanks for being on the show.
You're welcome, bro.
I hope you have a good time in India next time you go.
Appreciate it.
See you next year.
I look forward to being back.